welcome to the first Java video. This is just a quick little video to get you up and running, or really just about what I'm using. You know, you can use whatever. There's other IDEs out there. I'm not going to go through them all because I don't really feel like it, and like I said, there's a million out there already. I've already described in the intro video as to why my courses are a little bit different. But I will tell you that I'm running Windows 7, so I can't really support Mac or anything like that. This may, when I'm using, may work on Mac. I'm not really sure. I'll be honest. I haven't really researched that. But yeah, I am using NetBeans. I think my version's it's 7.4. Actually says right there at the top. There's actually a link that I'm going to be posting in the description to get NetBeans, and actually comes with Java, so you don't like the JDK. So I think it's pretty much plug and play. I think you can just download it, install it, and then you can get to this screen right here. And this is what is important, because at this point on is where I'll be showing you what to do. But there are other programs out there that are really good, like Eclipse is really popular. I just like NetBeans because, I don't know, it's what I use at school mostly, and it's a little bit more lightweight than Eclipse is, but Eclipse is very, very good and good for other things. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. Just get NetBeans, but go to the link that I posted in the description because it actually comes with the JDK. So that's what I do recommend. And if it doesn't work, whatever, just do a quick little Google search on how to get everything set up. It's not impossible, you know. It's pretty easy. But with that being said, alright, so you pulled up NetBeans and you're on this screen right here. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start off by creating a new project. Now I do need you to create a new project. This one is just for a new file. It says new file. And then we have new project. Start with new project, that way we can actually use the console that is built in NetBeans. It's a great thing about NetBeans is it comes with the console. So we'll just do new project. We'll do Java application. Next, I put mine in just a folder on my C drive called dev. We'll just call this first Java, because why not? Click finish, and here we are. And that's not my name. You didn't see that. And I'm just going to go on ahead and delete this stuff right here. And there's a funny joke about, some people prefer to have the curly braces on the same line. I prefer to drop them all on new lines. I don't know, I just like it better. It's one of those stupid things you can argue about with in a forum if you want to, but was once said there's a difference between someone who's like this and someone who's like this. But I don't know, whatever. It's not that big of a deal to me. But anywho, so let's just give you a little basic idea of a program. All programs start with a main function. They have to have somewhere to start. If you look at projects that somebody else has worked on, you look at the source and it's all crazy, and you're just like, well, where does it start? Where does it end? It all starts in a special function called main. And as you can see, NetBeans is nice enough to go on ahead and auto-generate it because it knows that we need it. So here is main. There she is. She's pretty. And it's inside of something called a class. And I know I'm throwing a bunch of new terms out at you that you may have not heard before, like the main, which is actually a method, which is just, we'll get into the details of that later. Just for now, know that everything that we're going to be working with for the next few videos has to go in here, and it works, sequentially. It's going to start here, and run the code here, then run the code here, run the code here, whenever we put some code there, which we are about to do, actually. And we'll get into classes at some point. We'll get in, like I said, we'll get into methods actually before we get into classes. So it won't be long before you know what all this crazy stuff means. And if you already know, awesome. So let's go on ahead and do the tradition of the Hello World program. Now, the Hello World program the point of it is to demonstrate that you know that everything is up and running and good to go. You run this Hello World program with no errors, and we're good to go. It works. That's awesome. And that's the point of it. And I still do it with any new project that I'm working on. That's a great place to start. It feels good because you can sit back and know, yeah, this is gonna work. Cool. But anywho, let's go ahead and do that. Now, the console is built in, so that means we can run this program just right in here. So we'll do that. I'm gonna go ahead and just save really fast. And the most basic thing you need to know starting off with Java is this right here. It's going to be System.out.println. This is a function that is built in Java, comes right with it, that allows you to print things to the console. And we'll be using this a lot. And that's all you need to know. There's a lot of stuff hidden here, and it's hidden for a reason. You don't need to know the specifics of it. If you want to later on in when you've been programming for a while and you really want to know what's going on, I'm sure there's ways to get to to get to that code. But for right now, you just need to know that it prints to this console that we'll be showing here in a moment. So let's go on ahead and hello world. Let's save it. Click the double floppy disk. Some of you all don't even know what floppy disks are, but floppy disk. Sorry, I can't talk. But save it. Once you save it, let's just run it and see how she runs. Hello world. Wow, what do you know? There it is. And this is your console. This is your console output. And anything that you put between double quotations here, and we'll get into the specifics as why I did it that way. And maybe this video, probably not till next video actually. This is just to get you what you need and up and running, get you a Hello World program, and the basic idea of, even your largest applications, they all start with, like I mentioned earlier, main. And I know I'm throwing a lot of information at you really fast, and I'm trying to get a little bit more organized with my ideas, but I'm kind of just doing these on the fly, and this is just, an intro to, like I said, just get you used to it a little bit, because I don't know. But yeah, so hello world. Something I mentioned a second ago, things do happen sequentially. So we'll do another System.out.println, and don't worry about memorizing this. You'll probably use it enough to where you eventually will anyway. So I don't really try to memorize anything. So here, hi again, and we'll save it just to be safe. And hit this little play button. It looks like a play button to run the project again. And hello world and hi again. So what do you know? This was outputted, and then this was outputted. And this is an important thing to know, that it goes top to bottom until it reaches the end of this main method, which then it knows that the program is over and ends, which is it built, compiled. I don't know if it technically compiled, but don't worry about that. But it built and it ran successfully. Now, one thing I do want to show before in this video is I wanted to show in a little bit of an error, if an error happens, because you might run into some. So let's say we do something like this. See how we get a little bit of red going on down here? Well, we've entered in something that Java doesn't recognize, and this isn't the proper name for that function. We need the ln. We either need print, and I'll explain the difference between print and println. They're not too difficult, and I may even go ahead and cover that really fast. But yeah, that's if you get a little bit of an error, a syntax error is what it technically is, because there's something wrong with your syntax. And I'm sure throughout my videos you'll see lots of those. So yeah. Other than that, I think that's enough for this video. I'm trying to keep them below 10 minutes, just quick little 10-minute videos, get you up and running. Just to kind of recap, I know I'm talking all out of order and all out of sync and all crazy. I'm trying to do better, but I'm still learning how to do this YouTube thing. I'm running Windows 7. this is using NetBeans, and I'll post the link in the description of what you need in order to get what should be pretty much plug and play. And like I said, if you have any issues, just Google it. It shouldn't be anything too major, you know. Like, I can't really support Mac or anything like that because I don't touch Macs. No offense. And for every single one of these projects in this course, we'll start with a new project by clicking this right here, and then you can just, you know, traverse through wherever you put your what I would recommend doing is setting up like a folder for this channel, and then inside that folder put each project. Each project will kind of exist at its own little entity. Once you're into your project, you know, we started with a main function, or method technically, which is the entry point of all programs. All programs have some sort of a main method or function where they start. And well, this is right here, which is inside of the main class. But don't worry about that terminology just yet. And things do go sequentially. You know, we've learned how to use the console output, which is the System.out.println, and I showed you how to do some just basic text. And, you know, we did 2 little lines. But other than that, I don't know. Any questions? Please submit comments. If you like it, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. And if you want to hang out, hit subscribe. Have a good day.